Yeah, finally. Sholay! Let's get into it. Here we go. Oh, they're pretending to be dead.
Yeah.
अरे देख तो लो, दोनों वही हैं कि किसी और को मार के फेंक दिया है.
Let's see. My first move, if I'm a bad guy, is I'm gonna shoot the bodies first. Because I would suspect a move like that.
I thought that they would try and get them
Try and get what?
to bring them to the camp.
No, I knew they were gonna pull up, turn, and just start firing.
My goodness.
They know where the camp is. They want blood.
गब्बर सिंह, तुम अगर एक मारोगे, तो हम 4 मारेंगे.
Oh gosh. He's totally going to kill the messenger, isn't he? There isn't a good precedent for this.
You're right, exactly.
बहुत दिन के बाद गब्बर को कोई मिला है जो इतनी बात कर सके. अब आएगा मजा खेल का.
इसे देखता हूँ तो हमेशा वही याद आता है जब हम पहली बार ठाकुर के साथ इसके गांव गए थे होली के दिन.
Oh.
होली है भाई, होली है, बुरा न मानो, होली है, होली है, होली है.
सारे रंग डालेगी तो तेरे बाप के साथ क्या होली खेलूंगा मैं.
That was aggressive.
कौन?
Oh.
आज ही डर गए.
पगली कहीं. आइए ठाकुर साहब आइए. अंदर तो हड़बड़ाहट मची हुई है. वहाँ चल के बैठते हैं. और कहिए रामलाल जी, सब कुशल मंगल. बस कृपा है मालिक.
Do you think it takes a long time to get the stains of the holy out?
Because this is the old school powder. I hear that, like, they stain.
मिठाई वाला भाई, मिठाई वाला.
Yes, she used to be a very lively girl.
अरे बस बेटी.
Oh my goodness.
ये रही आपकी 2 चुटकी वाली रंगों की थाली. मैं जाती हूँ.
Oh my goodness.
होली रंगों का त्योहार है. लाल, पीले, नीले, हरे. कैसे दिल भरेगा रंगों से? जरा आप.
And now she wears
अगर ये
only
रंग ना हो,
white.
तो कैसी बेरंग लगेगी ये दुनिया.
Well,
हाँ?
maybe on the next holy, Amitabh will throw some color at her.
और अब देखो तो
Oh, she's so
सचमुच कैसी
sad
बेरंग हो
now.
गई है इसकी दुनिया. अरे भैया, जब हाथों की मेहंदी का रंग आंसुओं से धुल जाए तो कौन रंग बचेगा जीवन में.
He's like, babe, I would give you color.
I can fix it.
Let me light up your world. Oh. She wants him.
मैंने एक फैसला किया है.
Oh, he's gonna marry her?
अब तू भी फैसला करने लगा?
हाँ यार, सोच रहा हूँ. तू तो कर ही रहा है. मैं भी
Yep.
कर लूँ.
He hasn't even exchanged any words with her. He handed her the lamb. That's it, right?
Yeah, barely.
एक घर हो, बीवी हो, ढेर सारे बच्चे हों, तेरे कंधे पे खेलें.
Oh, he's just giving his speech right back to him.
आप जानते हैं कि शादी के लिए कम से कम एक लड़की की जरूरत
Yeah,
होती
you
है.
need to find a girl. He's
तो आपने
found
लड़की
one.
देखी है?
The one that you haven't been looking at.
राधा,
ये रहा था.
How's this gonna go over with?
तेरा दिमाग तो खराब नहीं होगा. जानता है कौन है वो?
आजकल तो चोरों डाकुओं को दोबारा बसाने, उन्हें एक नई जिंदगी देने की कोशिश की जाती है. और फिर राधा का तो कोई दोष भी नहीं है. क्या उसे एक नई जिंदगी शुरू करने का कोई अधिकार नहीं?
लेकिन ये कैसे हो सकता है ठाकुर साहब? समाज और बिरादरी वाले क्या कहेंगे?
Oh.
और फिर क्या दूसरों के डर से हम अपनी राधा को जीते जी मार डालें. अब हमारा आपका क्या भरोसा.
Wow.
आज हैं कल नहीं.
Yeah, may as well.
ऐसे आप उसके पिता हैं. आप चुप हैं.
नहीं,
Does she have any like say so in this matter?
I don't think so.
जो आप समझें, वो ही ठीक है उसके लिए.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems like he's chill with this idea.
तू सोच रहा है बात जमेगी नहीं जमेगी, काम होगा नहीं होगा. एक काम करना, तू टॉस कर ले. हेड तो हाँ, टेल तो
And if it's tails,
तो
climb up the water tower. Get dramatic.
अगर सब कुछ ठीक हो गया, तो यही क्यों नहीं रह जाते? इसी गांव में.
हाँ ये
Yeah, I
कहीं
could
ना
see that
मेरे दिल की
happening.
बात.
You think they can handle all the labor that goes with living in a village like that?
Sure.
और 2-3 साल में ही 2-3 हट्टे-कट्टे बच्चे पैदा करूंगा. मैंने तो सालों के नाम तक सोच रखे हैं. और जब मैं पूछूंगा, अरे ओ शेरू की माँ, बच्चे कहाँ गए हैं? अरे जाएंगे कहाँ?
No. He's got it all mapped out.
Yeah.
अबे जब तू अपने होने वाले बच्चे की बात करता है, कहानी सुनने मेरे पास भेज देता है, ये क्या चक्कर?
He's like, hold on a second, I'm not your babysitter.
कहानी याद नहीं रहती। तुझे तो ये भी याद नहीं कि कल क्या हुआ था?
Oh my God, sounds like me.
और आज सुबह तालाब पर फिर मिलने का वादा किया है।
Oh, really? Did you
आज
see her?
सुबह।
हाँ।
Yeah. Oh my God, you stood her up. Oh my God. Oh, what a reveal. Come on, sassy lady, ride.
आज मेरी पसंद की इज्जत का सवाल है।
This horse
horse-
can go when it wants
Yeah,
to.
but this horse has been put through it.
Oh, sorry, kiddo.
I spent all day trying to get these things
I
together.
know. Oh my goodness. That's gonna slow it down. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Dang it. Just jump on the back of the horse.
Is that wheel gonna come off?
Yeah, this car is not...
Oh my God!
It's not working, girl. Do you have a knife? Come on, he can't pull it. Oh my God.
Wow.
What a good horse. If you make it through, you need to give it all the carrots and apples.
This horse is like, I'm not stopping for anything.
Nope. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. Oh, the horse was like,
Horse, like, you're on your own.
"Get it." I'm going home. Uh-oh. Oh, the horse is like, forget it. I'm out. Ah. Oh, come on, friend.
ये रामगढ़ वाले अपनी बेटियों को कौन चक्की का पिसा आटा खिलाते हैं रे? जरा
There's an interesting
दाढ़ी के
choice with the
हाथ
sound
पाँव
effect of the
देख।
boots, because it's like more
बहुत
aggressive
करारे हैं इस साल।
to make it. I feel like they do that to make him more scary.
पिछले बरस हम हरिपुर वाले जमुना दास की शादी में छुप छुपा कर गए थे। वहाँ बहुत जोर नाची थी ये।
वाह,
Uh-oh.
जरा हमको भी दिखाओ दो चार
No, don't
ठुमके।
touch her. Hey.
देखो छमिया, ज्यादा
Ew.
नखरे मत करो।
Oh, she's gonna give you all the attitude. Oh, here's Boo. Uh-oh.
ठहरो रानी।
Oh my gosh.
बांध दो साले को।
Well, at
This
least
is
he's
a-
not dead.
Yeah, but this is a bad situation. We've seen this before.
Yeah, we have.
बहुत याराना लगता है।
His teeth.
I know.
इस छमिया से तेरा टांका भिड़ाई क्या रे?
रामजादे, तुझसे बड़ा कमीना मैंने जिंदगी में नहीं देखा।
और अब देखोगे भी नहीं।
Because he's a grade A creep.
क्योंकि
No.
जिंदगी तो अब खत्म होने वाली है। रामजादा!
Oh my goodness, don't die.
अरे ओ सांभा, उठा तो जरा बंदूक
What does he want her to
What?
और लगा निशाना इस कुत्ते पर।
To dance?
अगर अपने यार की जिंदगी चाहिए तो जरा कुछ नाच गाना दिखा
my
दो
gosh.
हमको भी।
नहीं, बसंती इन कुत्तों के सामने मत नाचना।
But you'll
सांभा!
die. Dang, he's a good shot.
जब तक तेरे पैर चलेंगे उसकी सांस चलेगी।
What?
तेरे पैर रुके तो ये बंदूक चलेगी।
Oh man, this is torture.
Wow. What?
Well, at least you can buy time.
But like, for how long?
Okay. Some fun editing in there. That dude's like praying she stops dancing.
Oi. No. Why would you do that? That's messed up. He's so evil. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Oh
she
my
just.
goodness.
There we go.
Friend!
I told you, Joe up.
Dang, just shoot them all. Don't even give them an opportunity.
अपने आदमियों से कह दो कि अपनी बंदूकें फेंक दें।
Just shoot them. Oh, what? Oh, Okay, well, don't waste all your bullets. Go, grab a gun. Grab the girl. Grab a gun.
She should grab a gun, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and all wow, take them all. Just
Why leave, though? Don't leave.
go. What now? Why the music change? I need your...
I think he's gonna send her off. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
What a jump! Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. But, like, how many of the villagers could fight these guys? Do you know what I mean? Because they said they're farmers, not fighters. So...
Well, farmers are tough.
They are tough. But will they fight? Come on! No!
Right at the camera. That was wild.
Oh, my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh no! Come on, friend. Oh man.
जय, तू ठीक है ना?
Yeah, fine. Just a flesh wound.
It looked like he got him right in the kidney.
No, yeah, it's bad.
मैं लोगों को इधर ही रोकता हूँ.
Oh my
तुम
god.
बसंती को गांव में छोड़ के आओ.
Because he thinks he's gonna
और
die.
4-5 पेटियां कारतूसों के लिए आओ. चल.
Well, how many bullets do you have?
अगर कोई रुकेगा तो मैं रुकूंगा. तुम बसंती को लेकर जल्दी निकल जाओ.
No.
वीरो, कभी तो मेरी बात मान लिया करो. तुम बसंती को लेकर जाओ, मैं ये रुकूंगा.
Don't fight. Just go.
लेकिन हम में से एक को तो जाना ही पड़ेगा वीरो. वरना थोड़ी देर में हमारे कारतूस खत्म हो जाएंगे.
Yeah.
चलो तेरी बात है मेरी बात. टॉस कर लेते हैं. हेड्स में रुकता हूँ.
Wow, way to bring that back.
It's always heads too.
He's gonna cheat. Oh.
लेकिन जय मैं तुम्हें अकेले.
लेकिन कुछ नहीं वीरो.
Yeah, just go. He said.
Man.
Come on.
Grab thing.
Uh-oh. Stealth kill.
Is he gonna come up behind him?
Yeah, he's on top. Where is he? He's below.
Oh, they're climbing? Under the bridge?
What the hell? Yep. Whoa, what a shot. Oh my.
What does this guy do? Oh, he's gonna throw something.
Grenade. Oh,
Was he able to
roll
throw
back,
it?
roll back.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Throw it back, throw it back. Real.
The wind blew it out, I guess.
Lucky day. What's he gonna do? Does he have a match? Oh.
That's risky. Oh, that's too risky.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, roll back. Oh, dang, come on. Okay, what are you gonna do? Pray. It's a good day to believe in God. It's so lucky that... Oh no, I was gonna say they can't aim, but they got him.
Well, he was walking into the crossfire at that point. He's determined to get that dynamite.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
He's taking a beating. Oof.
Grab him. Come on.
Okay, he can hear you, man.
Yeah. Just take him home. Take him home. Come on.
जय तू ठीक है ना?
Yes. TK, let's go.
एक-एक साले को मार के.
Oh no. Is this his like last?
Yeah.
मेरा खेल खत्म हो गया.
No. You have someone to marry.
नहीं जय नहीं. ऐसा मत कर.
Damn, he didn't even get to talk to her properly yet.
Yeah.
जिए तो दोस्त के साथ, मरे तो दोस्त के सामने. बस एक बात रह जाएगी फिर.
Take care of your children.
बच्चों को कहानी नहीं सुना सका.
हमें कुछ नहीं होगा जय तुम ठीक हो जाओगे.
Come on. Just take him back to the village. I don't know.
He's dying.
Oh my gosh. She's basically twice widowed.
there any doctors in the village?
ये कहानी भी अधूरी रह गई वीरू। क्या सोचा था और क्या
Oh my gosh.
Man. That was really unexpected.
Yeah. I thought for sure he would survive. I mean, he got shot before.
What? The coin's head on both sides.
Oh, no. Is it? It's a trick coin.
Yeah, it's heads on
He
both
always
sides.
knew what he wanted to do. But sometimes I feel like we saw a tails side once, at least. Maybe I'm
He
wrong.
saved him.
Yeah.
मेरी जान बचाने के लिए मुझे इतना बड़ा धोखा दिया है।
Because he loves you.
मैं भी तेरे खून की कसम खाकर कहता हूँ।
Oh.
एक-एक को चुन-चुन के मारूंगा।
Except Gabbar Singh, remember?
No.
Oh, he's coming for you. Oh, I would have kept that.
Yeah, I would have kept it too. That rage is giving him supreme accuracy.
Yeah.
गब्बर! आ बाहर आ!
Oh, are you scared now?
सामने आ कमीने! मैं अपने दोस्त के खून की एक-एक बूंद का बदला लेने आया हूँ।
Uh-oh. Oh,
Whoa. Whoa.
dang. Wow. Come on.
Ah, right against the rock. This is a very intimate shot.
Yeah.
It's like right here.
Smack him. Oh, okay. Oh, God. No. What do you want?
गब्बर को मेरे हवाले कर दो।
Tell me what you're gonna do with him.
इस कमीने के आदमियों ने मेरे चाय की जान ली है और मैं इसका खून पी जाऊंगा। तुम्हारे उसी दोस्त ने मुझसे वादा किया था।
Aye.
Oh, got him. Or he got him.
अगर ये वादा मैंने किया होता,
Might have broken
आज
it.
तोड़ देता।
Exactly.
ये वादा मेरे दोस्त जय ने किया था, इसलिए
Oh. Just kick him. You didn't say you weren't gonna kick him or maim him or render him unconscious. Like, what are you gonna do? Did you grow some arms? Like,
I don't know.
what are you gonna do?
We're about to find out.
तू क्या लड़ेगा मुझसे ठाकुर? तेरे तो हाथ काट कर फेंक चुका हूँ।
Yeah. You didn't cut off his legs though.
सांप को हाथ से नहीं, पैरों से कुचला जाता है गब्बर।
What a
तेरे
line.
लिए तो मेरे पैर ही काफी है।
Less talking, more doing. Let's go.
This is like a kung fu movie.
I love this subtle. Oh my gosh. Kick him. Just go for it. Those sticks with. Oh no, I don't like this. Okay, let's get some boiling water on him. Jump on him. That was a cool move. Oh,
Oh, damn.
oh no, oh no. Oh, he can get up. Oh, shit.
This is quite a fight
Viru.
scene.
Dang.
There you go.
Get him. Stomp, stomp.
Ah, damn. Got him.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, how's that? Are we equal yet? How good are your legs?
Did he break his hand?
Well, he definitely hurt his hand. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Okay, these are the good guys, right? Yes.
Oof.
Whoop.
Oh, he did like a Scarjo on him.
Yeah.
Like a Black Widow.
What?
What, really?
Are you serious?
सजा देना कानून का काम है।
Now y'all decide to show up?
कानून को गब्बर चाहिए इंस्पेक्टर।
जिंदा
or dead.
क्या आज आपके अपने जज्बात फर्ज और उसूलों से ज्यादा कीमती हो गए?
Yes.
लेकिन ये ना भूलिए कि आप तो एक ऐसे पुलिस अफसर रहे जिसकी मिसाल आज भी दी जाती है.
He's like, bro, I've stopped caring. Or maybe he still does.
I would have been like, thanks for that. Stop.
Yeah, I hear you, but also just one last kick for the road. How about like another one?
This poor woman.
Yeah. She had a sliver of happiness and then it was taken away from her again. By this guy, the same guy.
What do you mean you can't share his grief? You suffered through it too.
Oh, there she is. She's like, babe, I'm ride or die for you. Aww. Well, at least there's like a happy ending for some people.
And we're out. Just
That's
like
it.
that.
That's the end. The end is that he goes, I guess you gotta let him go to jail. You can't have it be like vigilante justice. Like, what message are you sending
Well,
to
it's
the
not
people?
a South Indian movie, so.
I know. I wanted it to be like, psh, take him down. Psh, you know?
If it was a South Indian film, you could get away with that. We're getting
yeah, you gotta like keep it moral and keep it nice, you know? This was a great film.
You know, this is almost like a folktale. That was one of the things I realized along the way is just the way that it's handled. It's like you have this guy who lost a whole bunch of people, and what you're left with is this guy who's a fighter who's determined to fight even with the loss of his arms.
Right.
And you have these two, hoodlum guys who are constantly running from the law, who have their own arc in the story by saving this village.
Right, because they have the opportunity to change who they are and to become better people by the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were, watching a tragedy.
No.
I mean, they managed to bring it right back up at the end, though, with the happy ending. I don't know how much was taken out. It definitely feels like some stuff was taken out.
Yeah.
Particularly towards the end. It's like, I didn't even realize there was even like a wondering as to whether or not it was going to work out between those two. Like there was a scene missing, it seems, where he's like, I got to go. She's like, I can't leave my village. He's like, no, come with me. And she's like, I can't. And then she's on the train.
Right.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
It seems like that scene is missing. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is always how it was. Interesting sound effects as well. There's some sound effects I didn't like and they're quite dated, but there are some sound effects that I appreciated that helped with the mood. Like particularly towards the end, there was like this it reminded me of all movies of The Matrix. There's this it's like a glassy, high-pitched violin sound where the chords go up. Mm-hmm. I heard that a couple of times. It makes you feel uneasy. It heightens
the emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides The Matrix, I don't know any other film before The Matrix, before 1999, that had that sound. And so it's interesting to see it here. Can you think of another film?
No, I can't, but I feel like that's kind of like a classic thing. But I don't know if that's something that I noticed more after The Matrix or...
Probably.
Before The Matrix.
I think after The Matrix came out, you started to notice it more.
Maybe, I don't know.
I didn't like the sound effects used for this is going to sound nitpicky, but I didn't like the sound effects used for the rifles. It sounded like broomsticks to me. When like, everyone drop your guns, clunk, clunk, clunk. It didn't, it doesn't have the weight that you get today with today's sound effects that like feel like weighted weapons,
but I feel like you have to kind of judge it differently.
Of course.
It's what, like 74 or 75?
No, that's not lost on me. I'm just like saying like how it affects me as a person watching it in 2024. Like this is how it affects me.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there are going to be things that we watch now, like a lot of the stunts and whatnot, like the way that people chose to die. They love that one where they do a front flip off a cliff. Okay. But I think that, that aside, which obviously is very dated, I thought that the action was still super thrilling, especially the horse chases and all of that stuff. Like I was on the edge of my seat and it was just so exciting to watch. And also knowing that they did all of that like practical.
Well, that's what
you
I was
know?
about to say is what makes it more harrowing is the fact that you're looking at real stunts by real stunt people and
horses.
And horses. Well, I felt bad for the horses. You wouldn't do that today.
No,
I mean,
wouldn't be able to.
You always have the thing at the beginning of the movies now that says, oh, no animals were harmed.
No animals were harmed. We don't know for sure if any were harmed in the making of this movie, but it definitely looked pretty gnarly.
Yeah, no ostriches were harmed. It was a CGI ostrich.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of that movie. Padma Body. At the beginning, they had an ostrich, right? That was that movie?
Sure.
It was very obviously CG. And then, of course, RRR is always like, it's all CGI animals.
Don't worry. We didn't hurt the animals. We love the animals.
But yeah, I agree with you. Like, some of those action sequences were quite harrowing. And it was interesting to see, like, especially knowing what I know, how they were kind of stitching it together and doing their best to make it work. And at the end of the day, that's what often was happening with films is like, you're just doing your best to make this work as best as you can. If you can get emotions out of the audience, it's remarkable because like you're just cobbling this together as artfully and tastefully and creatively as you can.
Yeah, and I think that they did an incredible job, because I think it still holds up really well today, and that is in large part to the interesting characters, the interesting story, and the great acting that we have going on in this. And then, yeah, it's just really entertaining to watch, and all of the shots and everything I thought were really creative as well. They were trying to do different things.
There was definitely some cool movement shots that I noticed. There was the moment that sticks out in my mind is when the boy was coming on the horse after he died. There was a shot of Amitabh Bachchan as he stood up, and the camera kind of moved with him in an interesting way. I thought that there was a couple of moments like that during the shootout with Amitabh Bachchan. The camera moved with one of the guys shooting at him because you weren't really sure who was shooting. And I agree with you. There was some cool
it was
camera
really
movement.
cool. And even like at the end there where they show like the funeral and then they pan away, it looks like it was all one shot, right? And then they zoom
That was
in.
ambitious.
Yeah, they zoom in. You can tell they're really struggling with the zoom there to get her in the window, but they did it. That was just so cool to kind of go with all of the camera movement that they were doing in this movie. I feel like obviously I haven't seen any films from India in the 70s, so I don't really know what to compare it with, but I would imagine that at the time when this came out, people were like, wow, just blown away, because it is like the quality of it is still incredible.
Yeah. I mean, the jitters you're talking about in the camera movement as they're like doing these very ambitious shots, it definitely feels like 1975. Like that's the kind of stuff even in American films.
Yeah.
There was only so much technology available at the time to get shots like that you're going to run into awkward things. Like there's a movie called The Graduate with Dustin Hoffman, and there's a scene that something big is revealed, and they do a long zoom in on the woman that he was having an affair with, and it just stops hard on this zoom. Whereas today they have the mechanics and the artistry to make it slow down so it doesn't feel as jarring. In that same film, there's a long shot following Dustin Hoffman running, and it's like, the cameraman's doing his best,
Right, yeah, because obviously it's how many years now? 50 years nearly since this movie came out. So
Right.
yeah, of course the technology is going to be much improved today. But, I was just really blown away by the quality of the film, the quality of the story. And I think for the most part, I thought that the acting was really grounded, even though, for Sanjeev Kumar, who played Thakur, I thought that his acting style it felt very stage-like, very grand. But that was the acting style back then. But I thought that it wasn't that it was like big and over the top, but it was definitely dramatic, and that was clearly the style back then. I thought that he still managed to marry that with like a level of like inner life and subtlety that was going on at the same time. And I couldn't help but be captivated every time that he was on screen, because he had such amazing screen presence, especially in the shots like where he was being very still and it's just like on his face, and there's so much going on there, I
really liked Amitabh Bachchan's acting, and
Yeah.
I thought that they had a good villain. The villain, you know, between his look, the teeth, just his behavior in general, he seemed quite frightening.
He was.
Yeah.
He was a psycho.
Yeah, because you were talking about, you know, grounded acting. I think Amitabh Bachchan delivered that better than anybody else in the film.
Yes.
It definitely felt the most grounded and real amongst the entire cast. It seemed like he was kind of moving forward in terms of the style of acting.
Yes.
You know, in terms of that transition from stage acting to film acting. He definitely had the more filmic, the camera's right here kind of attitude. I thought he did a great job with that. The setup for the story I found a little baffling, if I'm being totally honest. It felt a little bit like Twilight. It's like you have your good guys here and your bad guys here, and you just go back and forth between the two of them repeatedly. It's like you know exactly where the camp is, and so like
I see.
Yeah, and it was happening a lot, and it's like there wasn't a lot of planning or forethought. It was just flying by the seat of your pants the entire film in terms of like, what are we doing? I don't know. Just wait. Okay, now we're killing him, or we're gonna try to kill him.
I know that, but there were definitely some moments where, you know, watching it with today's lens, we go, wait, but why would you just let them go?
Yeah.
Like, it's one guy with a gun and you guys are like 20 guys with guns. Really? No one's going to shoot? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But we let it go because we enjoy the characters and we want them to survive.
Yeah,
right?
so Hema Malini, she played Basanti.
Yeah.
And I thought that, you know, it was fascinating what the film was able to do with her character, because initially I just was over her. I'm like, yo, she needs to go. She's just she's yapping and yapping endlessly, and it's just like, what did you get to the point?
Funny.
Well, I know that I'm very certain that at the time, and even people today who watch this with their family or whatever are amused by her, you know? She's a classic character that is well ingrained into Indian film cinema history. I get that. But for me, as an outsider coming in, I'm watching her and I'm just like, okay, you need to go. But then as the film progressed, I actually respected her more, and I grew to like her more, especially when she was dancing. I was like, yo, she wins, because like she's giving all of herself to keep this dude alive.
She was such a cool female character because, okay, fine, maybe she couldn't fight or whatever, but I love that she was scrappy and that she wanted to try.
Yeah.
She wanted to learn how to shoot the gun, and she, you know, she danced. She would have danced until she died to save the man that she loved, you know? And so mad respect to her. You know, she did everything that she could. I thought she was such a cool character.
I'm still a little confused as to why Amitabh didn't try to shoot him at all, or any of the guys on his way out. Yeah, like he threw his gun. He literally threw his gun and jumped down. That jump was crazy, though. Like, some of the stunts in this were pretty crazy to watch. It's like, I don't know how they pulled it off. From friends I've spoken to who've worked in Indian films, and this is more recent, mind you, you know, they didn't use pads. When my friends were over there, it's like, no, you just gotta do this.
I'm sure in 75, 74, they were definitely not using pads.
Like, you just had to do the stunt. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. You know, I feel bad for the horses involved, but there was one instance where the stunt double for, I assume it was the stunt double for Amitabh Bachchan, the horse had to do a dive.
Oh, yeah.
And the stunt guy came right by the camera. I'm like, I don't know how, that had to have been just a stroke of amazing freaking luck that the shot came out that cool, because you had the whole thing in focus. The guy came right at camera, right by the camera. I'm pretty sure that's not how it was planned. I'm sure the guy missed his mark and went much further than he was supposed to go.
Right, and the camera guy was like, we're rolling with this. This is gonna be dope.
Yeah.
And then he got it.
So you were talking about like the how it still looked good even, you know, with the sunlight. Like they were shooting at like something like F9 or F16 because everybody was in focus. Yeah, like there was like moments where you could see like a 3-shot or something, and I'm like, everyone looks exactly the same focus right now because it's so much light that they had to just stop down all the way to like F9 or something crazy.
But I think it was so beautiful though, because I guess there was more of a focus on using those wider lenses.
Yeah, well, it's also an older film, so they do that.
Yeah, and so you get a sense of the vista and everything, and it's really cool because it is a Western, but it's an Indian Western, you know? And so you get that, like, that deserty feel, and you get, like, the sunset or the sunrise and the horses and everything, and it just looks so cool. Yeah, I thought it was just really nice to look at.
I wonder how the plot would have been structured if this was done today, because in the second half, after intermission break, you had the moments where our leads were still pursuing these women. At least Viru was, right? You had this whole romance angle, and I'm like, I thought there was like this urgent thing happening. This is really interesting.
It was like, wait, hold on. We need to cover all the bases, you know? So you had to have the action, you had to have like the songs and the dances and the romance so that everybody could enjoy the film, right?
I gather that. I'm just saying the arrangement of those beats, I wonder if they would still do that today. You know, because like
probably front end with the romance.
But then conversely, the bad part of that, because I've seen it in South Indian films where you like front end with the romance and then that bitch is gone.
That's gone.
Like,
that's gone.
Now it's all of this over here. She doesn't matter. It's this action. There's like a happy middle ground, I feel like, that we could hit, if that makes any sense. But I did really appreciate, like, I hope I'm not coming off as like overtly negative here. Like, I did really appreciate a lot that was going on in this movie. There were things where I was like, oh, I'd love to like see that used again today or try to borrow those techniques there, particularly with the camera movement and stuff like that. I thought that was really nice. And it was really cool to see Amitabh Bachchan in his youth.
In his youth, yeah.
It was like fascinating because the entire time I've been watching Indian films, I've only known him as an older dude doing older dude parts.
Yeah.
And so to see him in his prime doing this, I was like, dang, this is pretty cool. I wonder if the writer and director, so I wonder if they were inspired at all by Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
It kind of did have that similar feel. There were moments, and it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Like, I barely remember it, but it's my dad's favorite film.
Yeah.
And so I just remember like some of the songs and stuff, but
it only came out 6 years before this, so
yeah. I mean, and it was such a massive film as well. I'm sure that, you know, maybe there was some influence.
I'm very, very positive Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid had an influence on this. It's like, if you watch that film and then watch this, you'll see a lot of parallels, like between the train, the rapport with each other, and like.
Well, it's such a good story too, because it's a bromance. It's about two dudes, two friends who love each other.
Yeah.
You know, and the adventure that they go on, which ultimately ends in some tragedy.
Yes, that's what the whole thing with Amitabh at the end is what immediately cued me to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh.
It's like, because of that tragic ending, I'm like, oh, okay, I see where the influence is. This is because like there were hints of it along the way. Because anytime I see a Western thing that deals with train stuff, it's silly, but I people jumping onto trains.
Mm-hmm.
I think of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid because of Robert Redford's stories associated with that, because Paul Newman got pissed at him for doing that stunt because he was taking chances with his life. And so, but then I see that here, and I think the same thing that Paul Newman was probably thinking when he saw Robert Redford do that stuff. It's like, dang, that's scary.
That's scary.
Yeah, because you see guys jumping onto the trains. You don't see what happens afterwards because it cuts.
They're like, ah!
Yeah, because it's entirely possible they jumped on the train and hurt themselves or bounced right off.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I really enjoyed that stuff. You know, having watched so many Indian films, one of my favorite song in the film is probably the bromance song between the two of them. It's like, because I'd never seen that. It's just like, it's a heterosexual bromantic song of just like, yo, like, you're my dude.
Yeah, you're my bestie.
Yeah, because like through today's lens, when you do stuff like that, there's automatically like this undercurrent of like, are they lovers? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's nice to just, and this is why I appreciate things like RRR as well, because it's like, it's just a pure friendship. You know, not that I have anything against, you know, two dudes or two women getting together or whatever.
Sure.
I love that too. But there is just something nice about celebrating heterosexual or like same sex friendships, you know, whether it's
just friendships.
Or just friendships in general, but like whether it's like a movie about women who are friends and are like ride or die, or whether it's a movie about dudes who are friends who are like ride or die. I think it's great to celebrate the love that you have with your besties.
So about that fight scene between Viru and Gabbar, it was interesting because when you teach people to do fight scenes, right? One of the things you try to teach people is to
stack,
pull your. It's the easiest way.
Telegraph.
The easiest way to do it is to say it is to pull your punches, right? Is like when you come in, assuming this is like someone's arm and they're blocking, is to be able to pull your arm back. It's almost like there's basketballs in your arm and you're just bouncing off the person, right? Because if you don't teach people to do that, when they're doing fight scenes and you're having forearms clash, it really hurts. Because this all day long is very painful. I was watching the fight scene, I'm like, they're not pulling back. Like, it's like, they're like leaning and oh my God, that looks so painful.
I mean, it looked harrowing though, the fight.
That's what I'm saying. So you have two people who look like, to me, they look untrained in martial arts. But the positive of that is that the fight looks more gritty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It definitely felt like very scary and harrowing as you're watching them, and like the camera angles that they chose and stuff, and they were really like selling it with their facial expressions and everything as well.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my God.
Yeah. For someone like myself, what I look for is a happy medium, because like today, if you watch something like, I like Shang-Chi a lot. Okay. So let me start with that as a baseline statement. I like Shang-Chi a lot, but I feel like a lot of fight scenes you see today are so martial artsy that they don't have a sense of being grounded.
Right.
And that's why I loved Nobody, that movie, because it had like that happy medium between martial artsy but still feeling brutal.
Like gritty, yeah.
This is definitely way more on the brutal, gritty side, and I do appreciate that. I actually like that more today than seeing like a super flowery kung fu thing where I have no sense of groundedness or reality. And so you can see like the sweat and the struggle, and then the camera's like right fucking here as they're like, it's like, it feels so intense, and I appreciated that aspect of it, and I feel like we're missing some of that today in fight scenes, and I want to see that come back. There's something that's just like, because it just feels real. The entire time you're watching it, that stuff, the action stuff can feel very real sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the added on George Lucas visual effects.
Oh yeah, the whatever they added with it coming towards the screen. I didn't think that was necessary to do. The movie's cool by itself.
That's definitely Star Wars Special Edition. You know what I mean? It's, if you don't know what I'm talking about, George Lucas redid his Star Wars films with visual effects in the 90s, and man, people hate it. It's so annoying. and they're the only versions of the films you can get today without pirating it. So, I didn't care for that. But I like the music sometimes.
I thought generally the music was really great. It was just very interesting to me, especially hearing a lot of the instruments that they chose to use. They did a really great job with the songs and the instrumental music.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't love all of them. But there were certain moments where I was like, that's pretty cool.
Did you like the harmonica?
Well, that was inspired by the man with the harmonica in Once Upon a Time in the West. I think. I don't know for sure. It's impossible to know without talking to the directors and the writers, mainly the director. It's impossible to know for sure. But there was elements that just felt like, this feels like it could have been inspired by Once Upon a Time in the West. Little things.
Well, it's definitely like very much, this is our Indian flavor of a Western.
Okay.
So it's got those aspects to it.
So at the very beginning, if you watch the opening credits to Once Upon a Time in the West, you have this scene where a bunch of cowboys are waiting for this train to show up because they're about to do a highway robbery, right? And so you have this guy who's on a bench, and there's like a fly who's like messing with him, and he like catches it with his gun and then lets the fly go away. But he's like messing with this bug. Here in the movie, you had this scene where Gabar was like on his front, just waiting underneath the meat as he was roasting. I think that was the moment. And there was like a bug on his hand, and he was just kind of messing with it. And it's like, that's such a peculiar thing to focus in on, but it gives the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you could have just not had that in the movie.
But you know exactly who this guy is because he is someone who will torture people, which is exactly what he did to Basanti and Viru.
Right. Yeah.
There was some foreshadowing there.
Whether or not they took it for Once Upon a Time in the West, like I like that they had that in there because it just gave him that much more of a element, something to play with as a character. It makes him more gross.
He was so gross though.
Yeah.
Like Amjad Khan, who played Gabbar Singh, did such a good job of playing a very, very unlikable character and doing it so well.
Well, have we seen him? Oh, he died in the... So two of the actors from this film died in like 92, because Sanjeev Kumar also died around that time.
85.
Oh, he died even sooner. That's crazy.
I also really liked Jaya Bachchan as well, or I guess at that time she was Jaya Bhaduri. I thought that, you know, especially when she was doing her sad acting, she was very just subtle and restrained. Yeah.
I felt bad for her because she didn't like really get any lines.
But she was such a like standout character though, because even though she didn't have a lot of lines, she made a big impact.
You know what's cool? I agree with you, firstly, yes. Dharmendra was 40 years old when they made this movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because, well, it came out in 75. He might have been 39 when they made it, because he was born in 35.
Great.
He's older than Amitabh Bachchan.
What?
Yeah, because he was born in 35.
But I think it's also because he has that like quirky, youthful energy as well. I think it made him seem a lot younger. And especially because Amitabh Bachchan's character was a lot more of like the stoic, serious guy. You just assume that he's older, plus he's tall.
One thing that definitely makes the movie feel dated is the direction of the extras in the film. Globally, they just do a much better job with directing their extras, of giving them emotional beats to have and whatnot. Because you had scenes where the blind father's son just died, and all the extras are just like, like, no one feels anything about what just happened here.
It's like a kid just died. That was so tragic. That whole thing upset me so much because the kid is cute, first of all. But secondly,
he was a sacrificial lamb.
He was. Yeah. And the dad was all like, oh no, I want you to go for your future and all of that. And he didn't want to go. And then he finally acquiesces, or, you know, he's forced into doing it. And then what happens? He dies. It's the worst.
Yeah.
He looked so sweet too. He had such an innocent face. And it's like, no, not the innocent boy. You evil, evil man. I think that really, I mean, not that I had any good feelings towards Gabbar Singh at all at that point, but that really made me hate him so much. Like,
yeah.
It's a kid. He's by himself.
It says 70 millimeter on the poster. Was this shot in 70 millimeter?
35 millimeter
oh my gosh.
And 70.
So they shot it in both. So 70 millimeter is something you don't see very often today. The most recent film I can think of that you watched that was shot in 70 millimeter was The Hateful Eight. That was shot in like proper 70 millimeter. That's a whole like different, I don't know why I did that, but yeah, like that's
fun.
It's its own look. It's a very particular look, and I wish they would do it more. I just think that's cool. That makes so much sense why you would do this film. Any big Bollywood or big Indian film, I can see why you would use 70 millimeter, because it's like you got the big landscape shots, and you're trying to capture the vista, and it's like it just gives him some more epic vibe.
It definitely felt epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Jabby Kawai. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.